Welcome back. That's a fact. That's a fact. Brooklyn, that's a fact. Welcome back. That's a fact. That's a fact. Welcome back. That's a fact. That's a fact. Facts. Bushwick, that's a fact. That's a fact. Welcome back. That's a fact. That's a fact. Welcome back.
Alright, welcome back. That's a fact, lovers.
That's a fact.
Episode
been a minute.
4.
Episode 4, baby. We back and live. Let's get it. I'm here again with the best co-host I could ever ask for, Andy.
That's right.
My boy Jenno.
Yo.
Let's get it.
We skipped our May show. I just want to do a little interjection there. I turned 30 last month, so I was like, yo, I'm about to live it up for a little bit.
My son hit the big 3-0.
So we're about to, it's June 1st today.
You don't got the air horns?
It's the dirty 30s now.
I got hit him with the roster horn real quick.
Ya tu sabes.
Alright, today we got 3 guests. Actually, we have 2 guests. We had 2.5 guests. One of my boys, Rhudi. It's me, Rhudi from the Bronx. He's an artist. He was supposed to be here, but unfortunately, he got hit with some mistaken identity.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm not gonna tell the whole story, but hopefully he'll make it. If not, he's here in spirit, bro.
Be here in the next episode, hopefully.
Facts.
That's a fact.
But today here we got Hugo.
Yeah.
Hugo sings.
Straight out of Bushwick.
We're excited. We're excited for this show.
Another artist we got is J Status.
Straight out of Bushwick.
Bushwick.
/ LES.
Music artist and celebrity barber. We got a whole bunch of good conversations.
Who's just coming from the Bushwick Collective block party, right?
Oh,
He
yeah,
just
yeah.
stepped off the hottest show right now in Bushwick.
Just seen Ross perform.
It was like a mini summer jam.
Exactly.
It's a pre-summer jam.
Bushwick style.
Yeah, you know how we do. We're gonna get straight into it with the first guest. Hugo, step into the hot seat. Let's get it. Let's get it.
What's good?
Claps.
How y'all doing,
Claps. Thank you for coming,
on,
man.
Andy?
Thanks
How you
for
doing,
coming,
bro?
bro. Thanks for
Good,
coming.
man. Of course, man. You already know, kid.
Alright, just to start it off, Hugo,
What up?
tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are and what you do.
Oh man, I'm Hugo. You can find me on IG at Hugo_sings. I'm an R&B singer, straight up, independent artist. A little eclectic, I'm a little all over the place, but if you like different types of music, you're not just stuck in a box, you'll love me.
Facts.
You'll love what I bring.
So you from Bushwick, Henno said, right? So
Yeah, I'm right on Bushwick Ave.
Oh, right off
Yeah.
Bushwick Ave.
yeah,
off the
East
Ave.
Williamsburg type area.
Yeah, you in the heart of Bushwick.
Yeah. Gentrification into his house, you know what it
Facts.
is.
You been here your life in Bushwick?
Yeah, I've been, I was in Greenpoint for a little bit before Bushwick.
That's right there, though. So you've seen the changes then.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah,
you've seen all
definitely.
that.
Over the last 20 years, I've definitely seen that.
Yeah, facts.
Some are positive changes, some
We're
debatable.
working on them.
But it's all love.
Yeah, always. That's spread love. That's the Bushwick way, the Brooklyn way, baby.
Amen.
You already know.
Yeah.
So can you tell the audience what type of music you make?
It's like
Genre?
R&B fusion, I would say. It's like straight R&B,
Yeah.
like 90s style,
Mm-hmm.
and then it'll be mixed with like alternative rock.
Okay, that's
It'll be
different.
mixed with pop. It'll be mixed with hip hop.
Just
It's all over the place.
R&B on like
R&B
you
is
can
like
sing
the
on any
bass.
on any beat, basically.
Yeah,
On any instrument.
Yeah, that's my goal.
Okay.
Sing, I want to do some reggae tracks. I want to do some
Yeah.
reggaeton. I got a Latin track, where I'm doing a little Spanglish. My
Mm.
Spanish ain't that strong, but I
Alright,
get by.
That's what's
Basically,
up.
what Hugo was saying is don't categorize me.
Yeah, I can't fit in a box. Literally, I'm a big dude.
Nah, but what's interesting is R&B is sort of I don't want to say it's dead. Some time ago somebody said hip hop was dead and that shit broke.
Exactly.
The whole hip hop came back. But R&B is sort of dead. Especially now R. Kelly is like messing it up even more.
I wouldn't say
But-
it's dead.
But
I
it's
would
good that
say
it's good that you're bringing that genre out. It's
Yeah.
kind of
I have to. It's in my heart.
That's what's
So-
up. That's what's up.
It doesn't matter, if it's popular or not, and it is. Trust me, because they still getting checks.
Who's your
Guys like
biggest
Tank,
Yeah,
Tyrese,
Tank is a problem,
What?
son.
Getting checks. You know what I'm saying? Genuine still getting checks.
Yep. No,
Remember, these guys
royalties,
are
and
these
they
guys-
hot songs.
These guys are across the ocean. They're in Europe.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean, I was looking at the sound scan. My producer, he's like, "Yo, we got to go to UK eventually because they love your shit."
That's like we had one of our boys here in our last show, who was born in the hip hop game, and he's like literally doing like K-pop music now because he's like that's the industry
K-pop
right now.
is
The
big.
K-pop is
big.
selling all kinds of stuff. So
I got some R&B pop, not K-pop yet, but we'll see.
I know one of your favorite artists is Ryan Leslie.
Oh yes.
But what do you
Very underrated.
What other artists inspire you?
Right off the top of the head, I would say John Legend.
Legend.
Whenever I'm at a karaoke spot
He is karaoke.
and I wanna just, I see somebody cute and you know what I mean, I'm trying to impress.
Yeah.
I'll throw on some John Legend. I'll sing some John Legend.
Definitely drop
I
some
love all
panties.
his music.
But
yeah.
the thing with John Legend is he always sounds like he's in a cruise, just singing on a cruise ship.
He's laid
He got
back.
that cruise ship flow.
Cigars lit and all that. Yeah.
Double shot knee.
Alright, here we go.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about your EP that you dropped? And,
Yeah,
something-
EP, November 18th, I dropped it of last year, and we're about to relaunch and go harder with the promotion.
Yes.
It's called Working Class Hero, and I chose that because I feel like that's what I am, what I represent.
Yeah.
Not that I'm the only one. There's a whole bunch of working class
sure.
heroes.
that's a fact.
Go to they 9 to 5, or in my case 6 to 8, and put in them hours. And
Facts.
they're not popping bottles every weekend, but they're going to the studio every weekend.
Facts.
They're putting in that work.
Either way, you're getting it.
You know
This
what
is
I
why
mean?
this is why you're one of my favorite co-workers.
Let's go. Let's go.
I can't tell the audience where we work at.
Oh, yeah. But you just mentioned they work together, though.
No, and he's right. Like, we can't be living in a world where, popping bottles and. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll be the first one to be popping bottles and hanging out with bottle girls and all that.
Facts.
But it's more respectable of a lifestyle to
I mean, it's also
put that
not-
energy
it's
into
also not
something
the
else.
truth for everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people's Instagrams and everything that they promote is not always the truth. That's
Yeah.
just like
It's a-
momentarily shit. Every day.
It's a facade most of
Yeah,
the time.
exactly. I mean, yeah. Most of the time you grinding to get there. So
Exactly.
So that's what you're talking about, basically.
Right.
You're talking
Yeah.
about the grind.
Right.
That's why I put Working Class Hero on my EP. 'Cause
That's respect.
you're not gonna get that fake. Oh, let me just front for the gram. Nah, you're gonna get the realness,
Mhm.
Yeah.
whether you like it or not, whether you respect it or not.
You also
I love that integrity. That's what's up.
Yeah, it's
Thank
true.
you, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate
What you was gonna say, Jenno?
Yeah, you also mentioned off camera that you write all your music. I know that you write all your music, but what's your thought process? How do you come up with a song? Is it like you gotta go through something emotionally, or is this?
Some of my
I mean,
best.
that's you write your best shit on your worst days, like Fab said. So.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Great
I
question.
want to thank you for that question.
Yeah.
Beautiful question.
So you use the pain or the emotions?
Pain definitely helps me when I'm singing. Definitely. I'm trying to work on happiness too. I got a club banger on the EP. It's called Body Babe. Y'all probably play it later.
Definitely will.
It's I really love that track. It's produced by this dude Alvin Anthony. That it was more just the party atmosphere, and I just wanted to capture how it is for me when I go out. You know what I'm saying? When I, every once a month or whatever, I make my way to the club or to a lounge. But yeah, I have more fun with it, ironically, when it's a deep pain or emotional space.
Yeah.
That I feel like I can draw more out for the music. You know what I'm saying? People could believe it more. 'Cause they can hear it in my voice, literally.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Yeah.
That's what people want.
Is there a specific thing though that a lot of people say like women is what triggers like R&B music, but is there something else that
That's
you
a
feel
fact.
passionate about like that makes you feel R&B?
For the majority.
That's a fact. I love women. Just gotta
Not
get
just
that out there.
R&B, I guess just music in general, right? Because people, all kinds of music talk
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
love,
Yeah.
like
I mean,
in
look at
different
that
ways.
Kid, look at that kid Juice World.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like
Hip-hop.
most of his is heartache. You know what I mean? He can't
Even
really.
when Uzi Vert came out, it was
Yeah.
like heartache.
Can't really sing. It's not
Accent,
comparable
Right.
in that respect, but you could tell there was pain there. He
Yeah.
didn't make none of that up. You could tell in his songs, and I like his songs to be honest with you.
Well, that's
Super
one of the
talented.
next questions I wanted to ask you. We brought it up already, but we're gonna play most of the music today. But tell me what's some of your favorites.
First track on the EP, 8 or 9. It was it's like a throwback to that late '90s R&B feel. People can't help but smile when they hear it. It's like, oh, I remember that feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Summertime type joint. Let me see. On the EP, I could go down the list. It's
So when you're making music, like, you make it to take people back to a certain time.
yeah, well, not really. I'm more selfish with it. It's more about me, and then they're gonna
You want
feel
people
it.
to hear your message.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah, I'm gonna
How you feel?
like the second track is called Jimmy, and you'll hear it. It doesn't sound like the first track.
Okay.
Most of these sounds are completely different. So that one's more alternative music based. Like if you think of Pearl Jam, if you think of Kurt Cobain and Nirvana,
Okay, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So not a lot of people are gonna be familiar with it, but I think I did it justice.
But I don't think what he's saying is disconnected from what you're saying, right? Because in a sense, he's saying like you're doing '90s music. You're saying it's selfish, but '90s was your prime, I would imagine, right? Like Nirvana, all that kind of music, hit
That's
R&B.
the era that
So it's like
you-
you're bringing it back to what that's the music that moves you, right? Because that's what we kind of
I'm moved by a lot of music, even like I said, Juice WRLD.
right.
I
love R&B. That
I
moves
like,
me. That's listen.
Juice WRLD's your favorite rapper?
Yeah, is he one of your favorite
Negative.
artists right now?
Negative. But
You keep referring to him. That's
no, I was trying to because he's saying,
No,
oh,
he's
you're
talking about extreme.
you
Like,
like '90s,
Right.
and I'm like, I do love '90s, but I also
Yeah,
love
like
2019s as well.
Facts.
that's
You
what's
know
up.
what I'm
So
saying?
a little mixture of
I
everything.
got influences from the '80s too. I
Right.
got influences from before I was even born.
Yeah, you should.
I'm very eclectic in my musical taste.
Mhm.
Like I'm all over the place.
That's what's up.
literally
That's what's up, bro.
all over the place.
And it's good to be like that, right? Like good musicians.
And you'll hear it. You'll hear it in my music too. You'll be like, wow, none of these tracks really sound the same.
That's how you grow as an artist too. You gotta really dabble with it, dabble with
Yeah,
everything
that's
you do.
good. So, yeah, we want to hear the versatility in the artist. So,
Okay.
if you're saying that all your songs don't sound the same, that's amazing. So,
I mean, yeah, I'll let everyone be the judge.
yeah, exactly.
On the EP, like 7
Definitely.
songs, and they all pretty different.
We might play all 7.
I'll tell you a couple that sound really good though. That I think people will feel.
Alright.
What are some artists and engineers you collaborated with? Forget about the engineer, but what are some other artists you collaborated with? Let me get back to the engineer.
At Daddy Boy ENT, that's my guy right now. He's giving me at least 70% of the beats that I've been working with. He's really good. You know, y'all hear a couple of my joints that I emailed you that we'll play later. It's a sneak peek of some stuff that I recorded a couple months ago at the brewery right here on Grand Street.
Okay.
Shout out to the brewery. Beautiful studio.
Shout out to the group.
You ever linked up with that guy?
Which one?
The producer, the engineer. I think he's a producer, right?
Yeah, he's a
You
producer.
think he's the guy who you met up with at the brewery?
Yeah, that's him.
That's
Daddy
him?
Boy
Daddy Boy?
Entertainment.
Okay.
Yeah, he's from Virginia.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? We linked up. I basically I needed some beats, and my guy that's been my vocal coach for the last 3 years, Eric Jake. He's a rock god. Like he's sick with the guitar.
He did a world tour, right?
Yeah, he's always in Europe.
That's what's up.
You know, we have different genres, but we just connect through music.
Mhm.
That's a beautiful thing. Like you look at us both, and you'll be like, I don't see them hanging out. But
Nah,
it's
I
all
seen
about the
him.
music. You've seen him, right?
He's a rocker
he's
for
a
real,
rocker.
son.
He's
Heavy
a
metal.
rocker. But that's my boy, and he's an engineer, and he's a vocal coach. He's a crazy good guitarist. He's on a few of my tracks playing guitar. Got some real Prince vibes on All My Love. Yeah, he did his thing on that guitar. Yeah, so Daddy Boy, my boy Delvin, and Eric Jake, Rock God. 2 of my main dudes that I collab with right now. And I'm definitely open to other collabs, you know, get my voice out there. If you're serious, if you're a serious artist, holla at me.
That's good to know, baby. So, you got a show coming up, right?
Yeah, a couple
Tell the people about that.
yeah, a couple Saturdays. June 15th, Saturday, 6 p.m. No, 7 p.m. It's called Sip and Listen. It'll be on my page, and I'll send it to you guys.
I'm gonna be there.
Definitely.
So-
We'll be there.
And it's literally, I don't want to give y'all location, but it's not too far from this studio.
I mean,
It's at Star Bar. It's
Oh, it's right here. Star Bar's right there.
Yeah, you should give the people the location so they
Yeah.
can come see you.
no, there. I'll say that location. I don't want to give them
Yeah.
location. That's what I'm
Got
saying.
it. Oh,
It's on 214 Star Street. So
Okay.
it's
Now,
really.
we're recording in the middle of nowhere. You know that. You ever
Exactly.
watched the Colors of Caribbean Dawn?
that's
That
what-
same
yeah.
We're in an
house.
alternate universe.
So this
Same house. Like, that's what we're recording.
I'm always interested in like the cross of genres, right? So I don't know if y'all have heard, but nowadays I like Spanish music, I like English music,
I'll
so I kind
produce
of always
over
listen
there
to
acting
that.
Hollywood.
But there's
Oh, facts. What, they don't got
now there's like bachata music and like trap music playing at the same time. So I heard you say that you're trying to do like some R&B and like some Spanish music. So I'm just curious.
They got like trap soul and Latin
Right.
trap.
Yeah.
and-
So
It's all
when
fusions.
you say you're trying to do Spanish music, how are you trying to bridge the two worlds in a way?
I mean, what I do, man, when I get a beat, I'm just gonna focus on it, play it over and over,
And say what
attack
you
it
feel.
the way I need to attack it.
Mhm.
Okay.
I got a Latin joint that is not really ready yet. That's why I didn't bring it, but it's got some Spanish in there, and I'll probably put a nice Latin trap
That's
artist
cool.
on it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
It's all about exploring.
For sure, yeah. You got to see where you land.
Exactly.
So, yeah, man. How does the music, like, what inspires you the most?
Inspired.
What inspired you to start making music and this type of music?
When I was little, like probably like 5 years old, I used to like sing in the car all the time,
Okay.
and you know, kids would be like, "Oh, that's annoying," or whatever. Shut up. But then I noticed like more people would be like, "Man, you sound pretty good.
Started
You
getting
sound pretty
compliments
good. Yeah. Wow, you sound better than who sang it. Wow." As I got older, I'm like, you know what? I really could do this.
So you're self-taught, right?
Self-taught.
Yeah, self-taught, God-given gift. Recently, I started getting vocal coaching, but yeah, most of it is just self-taught.
Sorry. So,
What do you- Would you ever? Go ahead.
Nah, do you-
Would you ever audition for like any of these like America's Got Talent or?
Yeah,
these
like The
X
Voice or
Factor-
something
The
like
Voice,
that.
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely looking into that now. I tried a few years ago, American Idol, and I didn't make it to like the TV part.
Oh,
And
you
that
got
kinda-
so much
yeah.
auditions.
I kind it was multi-level.
Yeah.
And I kind of got discouraged from that, and I was just like, let me just go in the lab and shut the door and work on my craft, because I probably wasn't ready back then.
Yeah, but that don't really mean anything because as an
Mhm.
artist, a lot of people could be good at singing other people's music, but as a
Mhm.
creator
Yeah.
of music,
They can't really.
they can't really judge you over that. You know what I mean?
It's
So
true.
I wouldn't get discouraged at all. And I've heard a lot of the new music, and I think it's pretty good, bro.
Thanks,
So,
man. Appreciate that.
and you know what's crazy?
I'm sorry. A lot of winners from those shows don't even pop.
They don't even do nothing.
Usually the second or third is doing better
Yeah.
than them.
Exactly.
That's what I was trying to get to. I'll be
Well,
third.
there's
Second.
politics in all those
It's about the
game
game,
shows
bro.
too. You know, that's
You could go there, try to audition for years, and they'll pick you like the 10th year you go.
Mhm.
Exactly.
I seen a documentary like that, Price is Right. The guy
Okay.
knew all the answers. He studied the show for years.
Netflix, right? I seen that the other night. I wanted to see it.
Beast.
Yeah.
But
We're gonna let the people be the
Sad.
judge. I'm gonna play some of your music right now.
Okay.
And after I play some of your music, we're gonna get behind the music, and I'm gonna let you explain the messages behind those music. We're gonna get deeper into the music. All right.
All right, bet.
So this is some of Hugo's music.
You know, 8 or 9.
We'll be right back on a short break.
The game on me. My life, is full of negativity. And try. Just want some positivity. See, I ain't choosing me. The streets done chosen me. Oh.
Everybody hating, dang, dang, all eyes on me. Everyone debating, dang, dang, they tryna test me. Got that Glock on deck, man, ain't got no safety. You had a lot to say, now we gon' see.
Pockets not loaded, you keep it 100. Niggas be rapping, I say that they frontin'. Nowadays nobody be saying nothing. Mumble rap, tumble right back when you coming. Running through damage and beef if I'm coming. Affiliates drilling shit right off the oven. My bitch a witchy, might stay with the coven. These niggas too bold to be saying something. But I guess you ain't lit, you steady be bluffing. Might chop up Wednesday, get back to it Monday. Shit get too slow, so I found out the hard way. They trap with TV, we trap in the hallway. Bustin' her eye, she a fetty. Wop, had to kick her out, she a petty. Die, more money, we already got. Smoke on the blunt while I dream up the plot.
Party. It's summertime.
That's it, baby. That's what we're gonna give you right now.
For now.
That was a nice chunk.
For now.
Shout out to Hugo Sings.
Yo, appreciate it.
That one right there was pretty hype.
Like that.
That
man.
was
Looks, man.
nice.
Appreciate that.
Shit made me want a Dunty one.
That reminds me of the days we used to have the parties. Dutch wine on the wall.
Brought it back. Brought it back.
That's what I mean, them teen night parties.
Woke up in the spot already doing the lock on.
With dirty walls, everybody was grinding on the walls.
Moving on to my man so she won't break me.
Hey, yo. Yo, Hannah forgot we was live.
Nigga had mad mold and legs me out the back.
Yeah, I got you on Snaps.
You know what I'm talking about.
Alright, back.
Let's bring it back, guys. Let's bring it back.
That's a fact. And all the fact lovers out there, let's go back to Hugo. Yo, so I'm feeling the music, bro.
I appreciate that.
I'm really feeling the music. It is a lost vibe that you're doing.
Yeah.
R&B is
People ain't doing it.
yeah. Like I don't know, some of my last R&B favorite artists was like Neo and Trey Songz.
Great artists.
Great artists. And you don't really hear them that much.
Neo's a fucking monster.
Neo's a monster.
Usher's another monster.
Songwriting, 1,000.
I just feel like
This goes on, right? But
I just feel like the world is so fast right now.
But,
Chris Brown.
Nobody wants to listen to slow music, but slow music is the best music, bro. Yo,
But
nobody's paying
the
attention.
thing
You know
is,
what's crazy?
It's not all slow though,
Guess what?
as you can hear.
It's not
You know
all
what I'm saying?
Nah, but that's the kind of music I like to listen to because that puts you at ease,
That's
you know?
why the songs are, cut down now from. Back then, you listen to the radio. It's like 4 minutes of
Good music.
yeah. Now it's like, all right,
30-second Cardi B.
2.5 minutes. You know
My
what I'm saying?
man Hugo's gonna break the mold though, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate
That's a
that.
fact.
Appreciate that.
exactly.
I'm
Well,
built for
the
that.
R&B now is about cheating and fucking other niggas' girls. And
Right.
shit.
That's it.
Or other niggas got
Or
it.
other niggas.
That ain't me, Pop.
But this goes on in today's generation.
But forget about it.
You.
No incrimination,
Negative.
My
guys.
son Hugo
That's
is
a big
doing
negative.
something fresh and he's bringing it back. So respect for that.
I respect.
Yo,
Yo, I
appreciate
feel like there was an entire generation that was born in this country from like 60s R&B, alternative, good, slow, enjoyable, chill music. You know how many kids were made in that generation?
I was made off of Santana.
Exactly.
Hell yeah. Santana. all
I'm one
day.
of them.
So hopefully we could get
A whole new generation out of Hugo's
a
music.
percentage of that could listen to my stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's talk about some of the songs that you did.
Okay.
Let's get into the mindset of when you wrote Body Babe. So it's
Body Babe,
it's
the last
It's a
one.
party song. It's an up vibe. And
Yes.
What was your method writing that, and what were you feeling at the time?
Well, I was looking at the project as a whole, and I'm just like, okay, I got a lot of R&B here. I got some experimental stuff, alternative like Jimmy, Dark Place. So I'm like, let me inject some positivity, some up tempo music, So I got a beat from my dude Alvin Anthony Music. And he wasn't doing anything with it, so I wrote a song to it. I was like, yeah, I need something like this. And there's gonna be a lot more of that on my LP coming soon. Because I need more up tempo.
What's the backstory?
The backstory basically is like
the girl at the time, like
it's basically it was, you know, it's the same old story. You go into the club, you're not expecting anything, you're just living in the moment, and you know, you might come across something that looks nice, and
the magic happens.
you blessed that night because she's looking back at you, and you're like, uh-oh, what's gonna happen?
And
So that's pretty much what I was feeding off of.
But did it happen from that moment you thinking about? Did it happen, or did you get
tell,
scared?
True gentleman.
He don't. So that means it happened then.
You got a true gentleman over
Are you
here.
married?
No, I'm not.
No married? So
Nah, I'm not.
my
I'm
next
single
question-
too. I'm single too, by the way.
You single too?
Oh, you're
Single
ladies,
too.
he's
Yeah, I heard
single.
that here.
But also my second question would be so most of your music you're inspired mostly by creation or through actual trial and tribulation?
Both. Sometimes I sing about stuff that has happened to friends of mine that it didn't even happen to me. I wasn't even there. You know what I'm saying? But
That's good that you can step
I've
into
been,
the shoes.
yeah, because they tell me about things. You know, to be honest, I'm friends with a lot of dudes that just they're not 9-to-5 dudes. You know what I'm saying? They from the street, and I love them just the same. They love me just. They know I'm on the other side, you know, but we still chill, we still chop it up, and yeah, they share their stories with me, you know. So some of it comes from me, some of it comes from their stories.
I think that's what makes a real artist. You know, when you can step in other people's shoes and express the music like that.
And still deliver it
Still
with passion.
deliver it like,
Yeah,
like it happened to you.
exactly.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
It's hard to write a song. I tried it so many times. Tried to write like hip hop lyrics and shit like that.
Mhm.
I got a lot of experience, but it's just like I can't
It's
put it. I can't paint it.
it's just something. It's just a gift that
It's
you
just-
know.
yeah, it's hard. It's
Some
hard.
people have a
So
gift.
it's a hard
Some
time.
people are gifted in other things.
Mhm.
You know, like you, for example, you're very stylish. You know what I'm saying? I see them pics you put on IG, kid. I'm like, oh, that's
Man,
swag.
He
He got that swaggy.
Handles a diva. He's a diva.
You know what I mean?
He got some Henny in him, so be careful.
That's it.
Drippington.
The drip is strong.
No,
with
but
this
you're
one.
right. Everybody
I
does
dress-
have a.
I dress like a
With the
fucking
pinky
hipster.
out.
I don't think you dress like that.
You don't.
Like a yo.
You dress like a yuppie, but you still.
You have your own style. You have your
Yeah,
own style.
hood yuppie, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Man, how
Nah,
does
he
it
ain't
just
no
change to
yuppie.
my dressing style?
First off,
yeah. Oh my
let's
God.
rein it back in.
Yeah, we're gonna close this interview out.
Alright.
Hopefully, you guys can look up Hugo Sings. He's gonna give you a little bit of information.
Yeah.
Pop out to his next show. He's gonna let y'all know what's good.
Yo.
Let the people know, bro. Let
I
the people
appreciate
know.
all of y'all for even inviting me, man. Like, this was great.
Anytime, man. You can come anytime
This
as
was great.
as a guest.
It's our pleasure.
I would, but, you know, I can't find parking. It's horrible. I have it outside,
For
bro.
coming on the show, we always let people perform at our next showcases. We throw showcases right after podcast.
Yeah, let me know,
So
man.
if you want to perform on our next showcase,
I would love to sing for y'all,
let us know
man.
what it
For
is.
everybody
bro.
that
Come
comes
sing for the
through.
ladies.
For everybody, man. They know what it is. Real ones know what it
Let's
is.
go. Let's go.
Follow me at Hugo_sings. At Hugo_sings. Check my website out, HugoSings.com. Check my EP out. It's good music.
You got a show on June
Where
5th.
can they find your EP?
June
And the-
15th. Oh, you can find my EP
SoundCloud?
anywhere, any digital platform. Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube, everywhere. Yeah, and the show is coming up in 2 weeks on a Saturday at 214 Star Street, Star Bar.
Star Bar.
Star Bar.
14 Star Bar.
Yeah.
Star Street. baby.
7 p.m.
Yo, we in there, bro.
Bushwick, right here in Bushwick.
That's a fact on Represent.
I'm not gonna say it's right around the corner, but it's right around
Practically.
We out here.
the corner.
We out here.
So yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Step away.
It's our pleasure, man. Thanks for coming.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming, definitely, man.
And y'all got them sneak peeks if y'all want to play that later.
Oh,
Alright. So now,
You want to sit here, Jay?
that was
So we
a
can switch
great
on.
interview. That shit makes me want to listen to more R&B.
No, it's been a minute.
Listen.
There hasn't, isn't it true? There's not a real like there's no R&B singles out right now?
I mean, I think we just found one. We about to listen to some more Hugo.
Especially a Dominican R&B singer.
Dominican R&B singer. We changing the game, man. And Puerto Rico Day's coming up, but you gotta give it up to all my Latinos, man. We take
That's what he meant, I think. But like, there's no R&B is it's a black thing, but there's no Latino R&B people. It's like, am I wrong? Is there any Latin R&B, maybe slow music, but not R&B, no Latin at all, ever in the history?
But do salsa, bachata.
That's what I'm saying, but there's
you gotta do papi shampoo.
Right.
That's it. But yes, man, we taking over, man. We taking over.
That's a fact.
But our next guest, J Status.
What up, man?
J Status.
From Bushwick.
You ready?
Born in the LES, right?
Born in Brooklyn.
Born in Brooklyn.
Born in Brooklyn. You know, but I'm Brooklyn baby, but I was raised in the Lower East Side.
Okay. Same shit.
You know, to me, it's New York
It's
City.
different though.
It's New York City. At the end, like
New York is all.
You know, of course, you know you break down the boroughs, but you in New York City. You grew up in New York City all your life.
Exactly.
New York City is New York City. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's still home team when you go. It's like, you know, I can't speak for everybody else, but it don't matter. The Knicks is losing. I'm still a New York fan at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
I was just about to ask, what fit are you rocking? The Mets fit or Yankee fit?
Nah. It's the Brooklyn Dons, the Big Apple joint. I mean, Big Apple joint.
That's that own brand.
Yeah, this is when the own drip.
Get into that soon.
Yeah, we, you know.
Oh, tell them about
like
that.
my brother Flea said, fuck Gucci, fuck Louis, I'm rocking my own drip. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
But,
so you have your own name brand.
Yeah, I got my own brand. I started about 4 years ago now.
It's called Brooklyn Dons.
Brooklyn Dons. You can check that out on Instagram, at Brooklyn Dons, mfg.co. You know, check out some flavors on there.
That's what's up.
What
inspired you to start your own?
I always wanted to do clothing, like since a kid. Like even just I started young in the industry. I was like 14, 15 years old, running around in the studios and in and out of like fashion rooms and stuff like that. And the clothing always drew me in, but of course, you know, music was the first love. And I always said to myself, one day I would like to sit back and really just come up with a line and bring something different to the table, you know. So I had the opportunity to do it, and I started it.
Definitely,
you know.
Definitely. You know what? Let's get back to the origins. I know we probably asked you some form of this question, but I'm gonna start it back. We know where you're from. Tell us how it was growing up at your time.
Well, being born in Brooklyn, I lived in Bensonhurst when I was a kid to like 14 years old, 14, 15, and then I actually moved to Florida for like 8 months before I ended up moving to the Lower East Side. Everybody's like, oh, Bensonhurst. Oh, it's washed up over there, like it's soft over there, but Bensonhurst taught me something different than any other hood. Like, that's where I kind of got my morals, my respect, my loyalty, because
I respect that.
I was like the only Spanish kid in that neighborhood, really. There was a few of them, but I was, as far as how I came up and still be in the hood in that neighborhood, I was like, it was like me, this black kid. There was only one black kid in the whole neighborhood, and it was like 3 or 4 Spanish kids. Other than that, it was all predominantly Italian. Like, I grew up around the mafia, Genovese family. Like, I used to play basketball with John Gotti's nephew. And growing up around that, just I seen so many things, and it showed me more loyalty than anything. You know what I mean? Like, show me how to be a man. And I started young growing up, so like I tell a lot of people, I never really had a childhood because of how I grew up. I seen so much foul shit growing up. But
So you hang with mostly Italians?
Mostly, like I said, predominantly most of that whole neighborhood was Italian. So, and then I'm Puerto Rican and Italian. So, yeah, the whole basically neighborhood Italian. But I seen a lot of shit, you know, through. I don't want to probably touch that subject with mafia shit, but I've seen a lot of stuff through that syndicate, if you want to say. And then I moved to the Lower East Side, like I said, when I was like 15. I've lived in Florida and Daytona for like 8 months, but I was like, that was like country music over there. I was like, nah, I gotta come back to the city.
Not your cup of tea.
Nah, yeah, definitely.
So I know you said you had a big love for music always, but how did you get into music, and Who were some of your biggest influences?
As a kid,
Wait, hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
Who were some of your biggest influences then?
And now?
And now, since it's a new age, who are some of your biggest influences now?
Before getting into the music, I guess everybody had that like same story as like their father or their grandmother or somebody used to play music. When my father used to be fucking drunk at his face and playing old love songs, and you know, so I guess listening to the 45s and the vinyl back then, you know, I drew a love for it. And then and same shit in Bensonhurst, the only black kid I knew. It's crazy. He was, you know, hustler, drug dealer kid, and he was putting his money into himself rapping, and he used to spit, and always in the park banging beats on the table. And I remember 12, 13 years old, 11 years old, and I used to freestyle, never used to write. And before he got locked up, he was like, yo, you should follow that, keep doing that. And so he actually got me into the rapping. He got me into the rapping heavy, and I fell in love with it. And I just kept listening to, you know, music, my father playing shit. And then moving to the Lower East Side, really, I got involved in the streets heavy in the Lower East Side. So I guess that's when I really started to convert, and I was like, all right, school, hustle, music. School didn't work, hustle, music. And I started going into that subject. Yeah, you know, I was by myself. My mother went to jail when I was 13. My father died when I was 13. So at the time, that's what I didn't have nobody really. Like, I had family, but they wasn't there like that, you know what I mean? So I was basically homeless, running around, living in people's cribs I didn't know, and trains, you name it, man. I was bummed the fuck out, but I picked up a trade, started cutting hair, even though I was hustling. I never finished school. I dropped out 11th grade. But I always kept myself in the books, and I guess coming along with the rapping part, you know, I kept myself in the books with that to build my vocabulary up. And like I said, I just fell in love with the music, man. Lower East Side is just, I guess, again, it changed me because I got caught up in the street life.
Yeah. Also, I'm bringing it back to the fashion. LES is known for like streetwear. I'm a big fan of streetwear.
Yeah,
I feel like that's where everything started for New York. Streetwear, like back in 2000, early 2000s.
What's crazy is
like A-Life, Supreme, all that shit.
Me and my homie was talking about that the other day, because he was like, he's from Brooklyn, but even though I was born in Brooklyn, but being raised in the Lower East Side, I kind of got my style from there, like
from LES, right?
Yeah, like even the music wise, like automatically, yo son, you sound like, you know, like yo, you run with, they were automatic, yo, you fuck with the ghetto mates, you know, fuck with True Life and this and that, like, and yeah, I came up in that. But well, going back to the fashion shit, he's like, you could tell a Lower East Side nigga, like the way he dresses, and I'm like, I mean, I see it and I don't. You know what I mean? So again, New York is New York.
New York thing.
Now, it's a New York thing. Because now you go anywhere out of New York, it's different states. Automatically, yo, fam, you from New York. They see the.
They already know.
They see the. We got. Yeah, we got a different walk. You know what I mean? We talk different.
As a matter of fact,
look different.
They said that Brooklyn is like the third sexiest accent in America. The whole.
I say New York. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we ain't no really.
Well, New York, right?
New York,
New York, not Brooklyn.
But it is kind of different. Though.
There's a Brooklyn accent,
there is different.
But I see what you're saying. People do recognize New York.
Back then, it was a lot different. See, like now because of the change in clothing and gentrification and I don't want to not this. Of course, you know what I mean. Like back then, we wore our shit baggy. A lot of people don't know where that comes from, but that came from jail because you got locked up. Niggas didn't have no belt, so your shit would be dragging on your ass. You know what I'm saying? But I never wore my pants under my ass. I used to get them extra baggy, so they look like they sag, but it was just extra baggy. I never flashed my ass like that. Like,
well, you had those morals from Bensonhurst too.
I had them, yeah, but and again, like going back to the jail shit, that comes from jail, and a lot of dudes don't know that when you had your pants below your ass, you were selling your ass in jail.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of young kids they feel disrespected, like this gentrification, this generation now. When I kick it to them, they're like, oh, but you dissing us. I'm not dissing y'all.
Just explaining it to you.
I'm explaining to y'all what it is, and y'all walking around with your pants below your ass. In jail, you getting raped in jail, running around like that. You somebody's bitch. So they feel like I'm calling them a bitch. So if you feel like that, then that's what you is. And I'm just keeping it a buck as a man.
That's
like,
how true it is.
That's what, yeah, that's what you is. You are a bitch because how you running around? You a grown man running around with your pants down. Even now, you got niggas my age. I'm 41 years old. You got niggas my age going backwards and you rocking skinny jeans. Like, I can't do the skinny jeans. I'm a stocky nigga. How I look rocking fucking some skinny jeans and my balls in my pocket? Come on, like, I'm not trying to touch my balls while I'm looking for some change in my pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
since we on the fashion, let's talk about Brooklyn Dons, man. Let's talk about your clothing line. Let's talk about how you got into your partnership with Old Snaps and like what gave you the idea of the logo and shit like that, bro.
Well, going back with my man War, me and him go back to like 1996. He was like I'd say not my first rhyming partner, but me and him was started with the music together, and same shit going down the line. He always used to draw, and I drew, and we did a little clothing shit back then. We had some shit called Politics. We was doing that shit, and then he was working for like all the clothing lines that were popping back then. He was doing like Academics, Hallie Hansen, Nautica, fucking School of Hard Knocks, you name it. Whoever was popping back then, like Nah. You just dope all around artists, you know. Anyway, so with him drawing and shit like that, he doing the he was already doing the clothes, and then I say like 4 years ago, I had an idea for something for another line. It was gonna be called Authentique, and I came up with the idea to him, and I sat down with him, and he looks at me, he's like, bro, that's not you, man. And we started kicking. I was like, so what you want to do? He said, bro, you a Don, nigga. And I was like, well, why you say that? He said, just you. He said, you know, your personality, you know, how you carry yourself. You know, you street, but you know how to be a gentleman at the same time. Like, you a chameleon. You know how to switch it up. And he would say, only certain people move like that. So he's like, yo, we both from Brooklyn. You a Don. Brooklyn Dons. So that's how the name came up. Okay. Then it was like, all right, logo-wise, like, what we going to do for a logo? So I was like, he was like, well, he said, nigga, he said, you lived in Bensonhurst. That was Mafia. You know what I mean? So I was like,
that's why you got the guy.
Yeah, so I was like, yo, let's put the dude in the suit. You know, but don't sleep on that dude in the suit, because he's a gentleman, but at the same time, he'll wash you up. You don't know what's in the suitcase. That's a fact. So that's how the logo came about. Yeah, that's how the logo came about. And
that's the name
been like 3 or 4. Been like
Desperado.
Desperado.
Yeah, that's Desperado.
Been like 4 years now rocking with it. And it's crazy because it was like, you know what? Fuck it, throw it in the air. Come on, let's do it. Like, no help from nobody. I said, yo, you know what, yo, let me get 100 hats.
Invest in yourself.
Yeah. And instead of starting with clothes and t-shirts, I said, you know what, let's just start with hats.
Focused it, yeah.
And
I know a guy named, I don't mean to cut you off, 40-ounce Van. He made a hat, NY hat. He used the Da Vinci logo. He made $70,000.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Off a hat.
Yeah, nah, that's bananas.
Just snapbacks.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And he invested on himself, just like you doing.
Yeah, nah, I definitely made some money off of it, but I never really in the beginning. You can't look at bread. You know what I mean? Like, that's with anything you start up, especially clothing line. You putting your name out there. You're gonna lose a lot more than you earning, because
in any business,
jumping in, you running into whoever, Static Selector, Fabulous, whatever. yo, fam, here's a few hats. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna take your losses. You want to promote your shit, you gotta get it out there. You gotta take losses. I done gave shit to free to people that's not even. It's not always about being famous to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just
networking.
Yeah, it's networking. It could just be in the moment, the zone. You catch me in the right, you know, fam. Here, you a Brooklyn? Oh, you Brooklyn nigga for sure. Here, yo, rock that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's how you spread your business.
Block love. You know that was the first you know the first thing coming in on the block. You know, I started with 100 hats and them shits flipped in like not even a week. I was hitting my homie back. My nigga Jay was like, yo, son, he was like 100. You got rid of them shits.
I seen it happen, bro.
Yeah, you know, so you know what it is.
Like
you know?
I tell every artist that come up here, it could take 10 years for that one day for you to blow up. It doesn't matter.
Nah, so everybody got a time.
Yeah,
Put
like,
your work in, though, it's gonna come.
That's another thing. You know, it's not 1, 2, 3, and a lot of people don't succeed in what they do because they don't put into themselves. They don't invest in themselves. And the first thing is somebody's gonna say is, "Well, I ain't got the bread. I didn't have the bread."
Facts. I mean, that's what we was talking about with Hugo. Our last interview. A lot of people be fronting and posing for the brand. That shit don't happen overnight.
They say fake it till you make it.
Yeah, that's another thing.
It's fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it.
Listen,
baby.
I know. I could expose mad niggas if I wanted to. I know niggas that's rocking fake jewelry and all that, like fake Gucci,
well,
this and that. You know
I don't know them personally.
I'm not gonna go there, but
you
know, just it's the front is there.
We know y'all. We see y'all.
The front is there. Don't get me wrong. Listen,
you gotta.
Yeah, we've been seeing
You really have to.
I seen the brown colorful too, rubbing off on your neck and your shit glowing like rainbows. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's holding you down and you doing it yourself.
Yeah, no, I don't knock them.
Yeah.
I don't knock it, but at the end of the day, it's like, yo, you could lose your life for that. Like, would it be crazy, bro? It's like how you walk down the block and you fronting with just to say something that would be 40, 50,000 on your neck. A nigga run up on you, boom, 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 you dead over a fake chain. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that shit's crazy, bro.
Ice.com.
It's like, yeah, man down on fake chain. Like, that's crazy.
John shit on Wish.
Wish.
Let go.
Yo, we got them chains, 1999. You get
Amazon
the
Prime.
Right now.
Offer up, guys.
Offer up.
Let's talk about your style. Like, what type of rapper are you? Are you a mumble rapper? Are you a street rapper? Are you a logical rapper?
I don't do the mumble rap.
And you never told us what kind of artist influenced you for today either.
Oh, so yeah, going back to that. Of course, you know, generation gap. So
Let them know.
you know, when I was coming up, like as a kid, I remember like listening to like Nucleus, the rapping dude, and Eric B and Rakim.
Where you put me on to Quasimodo.
Quasimodo from Queens.
Yeah. Oh no,
Geronimo, Mike Geronimo.
Yeah.
But you know, even before that era, that's another generation. But listening to dudes like fucking, you know, Big Daddy Kane and, you know, again, Rakim, EPMD, like
R&B, any R&B?
I was never really into the R&B, man. Like, don't get me wrong, I listened to it, but I wasn't really an R&B dude. Like, I have little Carl Thomas and Jaheim and shit like that. I listened to it, but
so let me rephrase the
but
question.
going back to
anybody today you could tolerate.
I listen, you know, I got my son, so of course, you know, I gotta listen to some of it, but I still like content. Like, I want to hear lyrics
with meaning,
with some
not
meaning.
just,
Like, I don't care if you mumbling, but at least still have something there. Like,
Have some substance.
like, see, people say Ross, but like, Ross could spit. Like Rick Ross could spit, and I don't consider him mumble rapping. He just spit to like trap beats, and I could fuck with his shit. But as far as mumble, like Little Uzi Vert and all that shit, like I don't want to hear that. That to me, that's trash. I don't. You're not saying that. Nah, don't look at. I heard a few joints but majority of the shit is mumbled down. You know what I'm saying? And of course I understand. And the whole shit is like we were going back saying before when Hugo was on, how the attention span is not there no more. Back then, growing up, you was listening,
paying attention.
First you heard the beat. Yo, son, you was getting the scrunchy faces. You like, yo, this beat is stupid, son.
Everything.
That's like the first time I heard Big Pun.
Amen.
You know what I mean? Like the first time I heard Big Pun,
Rest in peace.
Firewater, Fat Joe, Raekwon. You know what I mean? And I heard this dude, and I was like, yo, who is this? Like my hair stood up, and I was like, that's me.
That's me.
You know what I mean? Like, and then I didn't even know he was Spanish until, you know, I'm seeing him. I'm like, oh, this nigga's a Spanish dude. He's fire. Like, and hearing that just changed my whole perspective. Like first I was like, damn, you know, they wasn't really accepting Spanish dudes in the game like that back then, you know? So even though Fat Joe was there, but to me, Fat Joe was like, not gonna say I didn't fuck with him, but he wasn't a top tier rapper, you know what I'm saying? Like, Pun came around and
made him
and made that. You know what I'm saying?
It's like Diddy to Biggie is Joe to Pun.
Listen, I don't hold my tongue for shit. Everybody knows Fat Joe tucked that Pun rhyme book under his. You know what I'm saying? Like
he milked.
You know, everybody knows it.
From my perspective, I believe like in the hip hop industry, in the hip hop.
Everybody
culture,
stole from each other.
The Spanish rappers or whoever would be Hispanic, whether it was Puerto Rican, Cuban, whatever it was, they played a big part of the hip hop culture through art, graffiti, breakdancing.
Yeah, especially breakdancing. Yeah.
There was rappers out there and all of that.
But it was breakdancing was like the thing. Yeah, you're right. And freestyle music was.
Yo,
for the new fans who don't know, y'all listening to Bez. That was Bez's voice. That's another person.
That's our producer. That's a fact.
Facts. So if you don't know Bez now, you know that's Bez. When you hear the voice, you better know that's the beard, baby. Show the beard. Show the beard.
Beard gang.
I know you super close with Status Selector. Can you tell us more about how you met up? About that relationship, like how you met up. Everything from day one.
It's crazy. I ended up. I was fucking with this Japanese chick, and she lived in the building. It was the same building, but the building right across from him. And I ended up. I always heard the music from the basement and shit. Now I heard his beats, and I heard him making doing his radio shows. No, this is here, right? He lived on Bushwick and and Melrose at the time. And hearing the music and all, I'm like, yo, who it is? It's like, homie's dope. I thought he was a black dude, you know what I mean? And then I always saw the sticker, Static Selector. So, you know, we rhyme Selector. So I'm like, yeah, it gotta be a black dude, you know? And then I end up bumping in. Saigon was chilling in his Benz in front of the crib. So Saigon jumps out the whip and he's like, yo, Stat, what you doing over here? Like, I live here. I said, what you doing here? He's like, nah, I'm going to see Static. So I was like, he said, you don't know him? I said, nah. I said, I heard the music and shit like that. He said, yo, come on. You bring me downstairs. Yo, Static, this is my man Jay Status. Boom, he cuts hair. Boom, this day, do music. After that, it been the rap since then. So like 12 years now, I know Static.
I thought y'all were related or some shit.
Nah.
Yeah, well, now that you mentioned that about the barbers, I know you still the master barber. You never lose the time.
Nah, you don't lose that, man.
But for the viewers and listeners who don't already know about you, you're a celebrity barber.
Yeah.
You were a celebrity barber. Tell the fact lovers a little bit about your time as a barber and drop some names about who you cut to.
You know,
yo, I saw you on that Wale video. That's old video.
Yeah. My son was in that video.
Yeah. Man, I think your son was on a Fab video.
We're doing a podcast right now, y'all. What up? But
Wale when he was up and coming.
Yeah, I mean, going to the barber shit, man.
He's still a beast. He would be
Static Selector, True Life, 50, Banks, damn, what's the dude's name? R&B singer. He was Puffy's artist. I forgot the nigga name. Not Carl Thomas. Nah. Nah. Fuck, I forgot his name.
I know who you're talking about. He's
bald head.
Nah, that's not him, right?
Oh, Mario Winans.
Oh, Mario, yeah.
Mario Winans.
Yeah. I know my shit.
Yeah. I cut Mario. I used to cut Mario and shit. And terminology. I mean, let's go Fabulous.
How did you get into cutting hair?
It's the street. You know, it was you know, again, doing the music. I was young. No parents, nothing like that. I needed something to fall back on to besides hustling. And it's crazy. I just picked up a pair of clippers. I was cutting hair before that, like as far as cutting in the shop. I remember like 10, 11 years old.
You cutting your own hair?
Yeah, I remember I used to go to Astor Place in the village, and one day.
Oh, you went to 2 Astor Place?
Yo, the nigga fucked my shit up, and
Yo,
after that, I was
time out. You know 2 Astor Place?
Astor Place, right there on the corner of 8th Street.
I do a couple jobs
down,
in there.
yeah, down the stairs.
Into
So,
it.
yeah. So I went in there and I was like, yo, dude, I don't want a little design, this and that. And I see mad dudes coming out there with they shit fresh. Dude fucked my shit up. I was like, yeah, after that I was like, yo, I ain't coming here no more. So
Yeah,
they ziggies. They give me the freaky ziggies. But yeah, they even zigzag.
They got like 20 barbers, green cards in there.
Yeah, that's a fact. They got Abu and all the motherfuckers in there. But
green cards.
but I ended up picking up the clippers and I started fading myself. I set up my bathroom. I had a mirror in the front. I had 2 mirrors behind me, and I just used to take the clippers and started cutting my shit. Before you know it, I used to have my little bros live downstairs for me. I was cutting they shit. And then I had a lace. And what's crazy is I didn't have no T-liners, no shape-up machine, nothing. I was using one machine.
That's crazy.
The wall clippers, like the ones you buy for like $25. I was using them shits. Yeah, and I was doing designs with them shits and everything. Like I still got them shits. Niggas like, yo, how you doing designs with that shit? Like
go get the key for that.
I was crazy with it. And I laced my man up. And he ended up walking by Big Al's barbershop in Coney Island, and the owner was standing outside, and he was like, yo, who laced this shit? He said, yo, my man, yo, bring him by. Bring me over there, and I started working in the shop. I was like 14 years old.
That's what's up.
You
gotta grind.
Yeah, so I started with that, and I stood with it, and then the celebrity shit, I don't even remember how that started in the Lower East Side, the celebrity cutting the celebrities. I knew this dude that owned a restaurant called 3B, and he was friends with David Arquette from he played in Scary Movie. Yes.
Oh yes.
He was the sheriff in Scary Movie.
Yes.
The dude who was the sheriff. Not Scary Movie. That's Scary. Is it Scary Movie? Scary Movie's the funny one, right?
The funny one, yeah. Scream.
Scream. There you go.
Oh, Scream.
The sheriff from Scream.
You talking about Dewey?
Dewey, yeah.
Wait, that's the guy with the fro?
Dewey. Yeah, that nigga. The sheriff. Yeah, the nigga who plays the sheriff. So I started.
Nah, it's not
Doofy.
The other dude, the main one, the main
He
sheriff.
got killed, right? Nah.
Did he get killed in the movie? Nah, he didn't get killed in the movie. I don't remember it too much like that, but David Arquette played in Scream. But anyway, so yeah. So my man knew him through the restaurant, so he introduced me to him. And I remember the next morning, it's like 8 in the morning, my phone's ringing. And I pick up my jack, I'm like, yo, what's up? It's my man. He's like, yo, listen, I need a big favor. I'm like, what's up? He said, David Arquette is doing a movie called The Tripper, and he wants a design in his head. So I end up leaving at 8 o'clock in the morning to meet up with David Arquette at the Fuse in 34th Street, and I cut him live on TV that day.
Oh shit!
And after that, it was a wrap. Yeah. I was in the magazines.
Shot up, right?
Yeah, it was a wrap after that. I was walking in the street, people like, oh, I seen you on the Fuse, and after that was a wrap. And then Hip Hop Weekly magazine helped me out a lot. My man,
you even cut Fab's hair when he was hot, when he was still hot, but when he came out with that You make me better. You make me better. Woo! Anyways, I know you dabble in the comedy too. I love comedy.
Yeah.
I'm a jokester.
Yeah, well, you know, we go back with that.
Sometimes. Yeah. And way back, like Sleep Time Radio. Can you talk about that? Sleep Time Radio?
There's so many.
Yeah, yo, if y'all want to go on YouTube, man, look at.
Oh, I remember.
You can still find the videos up there. Go check out Sleep Time Radio. You see some funny shit on there. But we was wild, man. Like we didn't give a fuck. You see how these motherfuckers on TV
like
now,
Jackass
and Practical Jokers, Jackass.
Like
see, but Jackass didn't even have. I respected them because they didn't have their shit set up. Even with the Practical Jokers, they shit ain't set up.
It's all improvised.
Yeah,
but we was
paying niggas off.
We was on some hood shit. We didn't give a fuck. We didn't know these niggas from a hole in the wall, nothing. We had buckets of water. We didn't give a fuck. 4 o'clock in the morning, you come out that bar drizzy, splash.
Not only water, we used to throw buckets of paint.
Yeah,
Volley.
That's another story. Though.
Yeah, that's a whole other story.
5 gallons.
Yeah.
The whole bucket.
You do some comedic voices.
Yeah, I do some voices and shit too.
Hit him off with some voices. Hit him off with a few voices.
5 gallons.
Like,
Niggas that mad bread.
what you talking about over there, Mad Bread? This is President Putin. You fucking crazy bastard. Tonight we're gonna get drunk, drink lots of vodka, and we popping bottles. We're gonna go to the strip club tonight. They got midget strippers. Everything is half off. Voice, so
Check him out.
You feel like you living through your son
Little Don status.
a little bit?
nah, honestly,
Or
that's
you
what I
just,
tell
like,
everybody.
You try
like,
to give him like advice on the game, right?
Nah, you know, of course, I'm there to school him, but I lived through my son because I didn't have a childhood.
Right.
So everything that he accomplishes to me is an achievement for me. You know.
That's-
And you have your
That's
own
what-
achievements,
that's what it's
so
all
you don't
about.
really have to live through
Yeah,
him. But
yeah. It's more
every
like-
parent lives through their
It's
child.
more the childhood part. I didn't have a childhood.
Right.
I didn't have the childhood as far as like normal
innocent
kids
one,
get to
right.
have. Like growing up good, I didn't grow up well. I didn't have that. I was always running the streets. I learned the streets young, so I didn't have the opportunity to sit at home and play
Call of
even though
Duty
we
and
didn't
meet
have
somebody.
Video games like
Right,
that
for
back
sure.
then, but.
Yeah.
ColecoVision, Atari. I didn't get to do that shit. I didn't get to play with Legos on a block and whatever we had back then. I was fucking running around the streets. I was 8 years old, 9 years old. I was a lookout on the roof on the Lower East Side, behind you know what I mean? I was making $500 a day as a kid.
Okay. So yo guys, you heard it. Look out Instagram, Facebook at Little
Yo.
Don Status Dark Void.
Yeah.
Any projects you
Brooklyn
guys
Dawn.
I got, well, look out, you know, of course the clothing shit is coming.
Shout out
Brooklyn
to
Dons.
Instagram. Let them know where to find you.
Check out Brooklyn Dawns at mfg.co. You can catch my personal at Block Lesnar Status.
What's your son's Instagram?
My
Shout him out
son's
to.
Instagram is at Little Dawn Status. Yeah, I got music coming. I've been quiet, you know what I mean? People been sleeping. I actually started fucking with the beats too. And I got some
you're
fire.
pretty good on that shit,
I got
too.
some fire in 6
Fuego.
months. I'm
Wait.
a monster with it. But I do got a project coming. I ain't got no name for it right now, but I'm working. The album's basically done. I'm just waiting on features. I got Flea Lord. He fuck with Griselda heavy. Conway the Machine, West Side Gun. Peace out to the whole Loyalty of Death family.
That's what we're here for too.
I mean,
man. Everybody got
and-
network too. You got
And that's what we hear, you know what I mean? Again, shout out, first and foremost, shout out to
That's a
That's
fact.
a Fact, because
baby.
keep playing
NYC.
around. It's gonna be a fact, homie.
already
But
know.
yeah, we got that fire coming, man. Just look out, like I said, no name for the project right now. It will be announced ASAP. But I do got some fire coming. Like I said, I got Flea Lord on the album. I got Wise P, he was a Jay-Z artist. I got Terminology. Goes on, man. Goes on.
That's the fact. Brooklyn Dons has coming soon.
Yo, but
Yes,
that,
sir.
Speaking into existence.
that being said, thanks for coming on the show. We
Nah, I
appreciate
Appreciate
y'all,
you,
man.
J Status.
We're gonna let y'all hear some of J Status music. Thanks for coming, baby. Thanks for coming.
Nah, I appreciate y'all, man.
Thanks for coming. Old school to the new school.
You're ready.
You gotta respect the old school. That's where we came from. That's where we got our swag from. That's where everything derived from.
See, I respect that
You hear me?
because a lot of the generation
Don't
wants
see
to
it.
don't
downplay
respect
us. They
it.
don't respect
Nah,
the legends.
I want to hear what. I
And
want
I'm
to
a
hear
90
like.
I'm a 90s baby. But you can't be ignorant to the game, baby.
I remember somebody once told me you gotta know where you came from to know where you're going.
That's what I said, Andy. Andy.
That's a fact.
Let's hear some. Let's hear some J Status. Let's hear some J Status. All right.
You already know. You already know what the business is.
There's contraband rap, rubber band man, duffel bag brothers, brown paper bag money. Mastermind with a plan in the upper hand. My fingers going on, mixing up 1,000 grams. I got custodies in different states, money gram. My mother mad cause I ain't wipe off the kitchen plates. They said I'm too gutter, nigga, won't you fix your face? Think you top dog, fuck boy, get replaced. So I cheddar chase, New York mind state. Why hate, status and turn rhyme great. I'm cooking lines that'll numb your face. Al Pacino with the Nina Street sweepers, nigga Scarface. I ain't playing with a full deck, face of death. I'll leave it in God's hands, whoever's faith is next. I'm gonna gain respect, money, and the power. Self-made boss, ST, nigga, less showers.
Contra, you already know. Contra, you already know what the business is. Contra, you already know. Contra,
yeah,
you already know what the business is.
Contraband rap, minivans packed, 6 convicts from crews that don't rap. Platinum plaques, I ain't seen none of those. Still got fresh kicks and got a ton of hoes. Ain't shit changed, rockstar lifestyle. Blowing clouds aloud into the crowd. The street shit stay pumping through my fucking veins. My mother did cocaine, so I'ma do the same. Grew up in the 90s, born in the 80s. It's 2012 and ain't shit changed. BNYC, Lordtown Connection, Dominicans, Puerto Rocks, white boys and Mexicans. Crime Connect, moving through the city block. Stash box full of objects that offend the cops. I'm from a city full of live men. Status and term, east side riding.
Contra, you already know. Contra, you already know what the business is. Contra, you already know. Contra, you already know what the business is.
Yeah, this is contraband rap, live from the trap where the convicts in the act. The wrong combo, get your confidant clap. Leave him in the condo with his conscience on his lap. Maybe I should be more conscious when I rap. I'm like a monster that's beyond you when I conquer every track. Yeah, all that confidence you lack is not a contest. Let's be honest, any concept that you match. Launch you in the casket, man, I'm promising you that. Look into my eyes, see if you can find peace. I'ma beat the odds if I'm scarred on the IV. I swear to God of the All Almighty, I might be the second coming, buzzing, they ain't like me. Shit, I bow down to no man, that is a slogan. Rebel or no man, slow dance with the devil, I'm feeling my soul crack.
Contra, you already know. Contra, you already know what the business is. Contra.
Now I'm trying to bring this shit back, bro. Yo, Black, you trying to bring this shit back too, bro? Let's do this, man. Manhattan, loyalty to death. Yeah. This is nights on them benches, youthful days. Past the rock by the cage, busting stupid plays. Fourth and beat with Pete Murder, played the roof for days. All these bitches gon' sweat us like a Coogee craze. Triple R reppin' 2-6. Try walking my shoes, those minutes kicks. Dreaming by the new 6. Steak dinners at a roof, Chris. Walking out with your bitch on my arm, toss a toothpick. Fly G's in our teens, we would buy O's. We was young with the balls like YOs. On these tracks, they compared me to some pyros. And my connect work quicker than Fios. Money in abundance, still got the gun quick. And to walk anybody that you run with. This ain't back in the days, put on that dumb shit. I stayed me to the core, no crunches.
Block. Yo, Manhattan, what up? Lower East Side, New York City. Love is love. Loyalty to death, baby. And take me back to them hallways. Early afternoons, pops robbing niggas broad day. Catch her walking out the bank, A Street and Broadway. First Avenue house and prostitutes but naked all day. As a kid, that was 80s shit. 4th Street at Avenue D, on the roof, look out, no babies, kids. Ducking Batman and robbing for letting off revolvers. In and out of Central Book and same door revolving. I did what I had to do, a nigga was starving. Your face like a plate of food, a nigga will carve it. Hunger pains had a nigga really going the hardest. Dropped out of high school, nigga wasn't the smartest. Wish I could take back all these felony charges. Had to stay focused with his son, do it regardless. Sometimes I sit back, damn, this nigga was heartless. Wouldn't change a damn thing for the love of this damn game.
come on back to me. Yeah. Come on back to me, yeah.
Yo, that EP is fire.
Fire, baby.
Fire.
Let's get it. You gotta respect the local talent, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat this up.
There's a whole bunch of local talent out here.
Yeah, that's just a few joints off of it.
Nah, you know,
Not done, but you know, in the works.
the crazy thing is his music is his message. His message is his music, right? There's nothing in that music that's different than what he just said.
Exactly.
It's exactly the
I'm
same
not
thing.
gonna speak what I'm not living.
Everything he was talking about
Is
on the podcast.
is exactly what's in his music.
Same
You know,
character,
like-
same energy, same flow.
I'm not.
He's like, there was a line you said, I'm not, you know, we need a man in this mumble rap.
Yeah,
I was
we
like,
gotta
yo,
put an end to the mumble rap.
that's that's like Hov when Hov said like, what was that song Hov
I'm
did?
not chilling on no yacht.
Death of Auto-Tune?
Death of Auto-Tune, and it's
I'm
true.
not gonna
Like,
sit here and talk no fabricated shit that I'm. That's why, like, you know, again, fake it till you make it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm sitting on a fucking yacht with 30,000 bitches. Nah,
When
I'm
you're
in
not.
the hood.
Mhm.
I'm on the block still.
you working.
I wish I was in a yacht with 30,000
I wish I
bitches.
was too.
30,000
I make my
bitches?
own- I make my own. I have my own Pornhub.
Nah, I'm good. That's too much pussy.
It's never all right.
Alright, once again, thank you, Jay Status. for
Nah,
coming
you
on
already
the show.
know, man.
We appreciate you.
Nah, salute, man. Love.
We're gonna jump into the final guest. It's me, Rhudi.
Yo.
It's me, Rhudi. Shoo. You click in the building.
Mirtha Franco said, hello, with hearts.
Hey, Milta, love you.
Mita. Alright.
Yo, Jay, don't forget your.
Oh yeah,
Don't mix it up.
yeah. I'm done with that.
Yo, what's good, bro?
What's going on? What's
fact.
going on?
Meet
What's
you.
going on?
Thanks for coming to the show,
Thank
bro.
you, thank you, thank you, thank you,
Yo,
thank
yo,
you.
looking up.
Send the love.
Send the love, baby.
Yo, I know we just brought Rhudi on, but I just want to do a quick shout out for James because I don't think James should be the one to say Jay Styles. I'm sorry, should be the one to say this, but next week, next Sunday, Puerto Rican Day Parade. First time they bringing it back to Bushwick. Jay Styles is gonna be performing
Yo, we need some
in
claps for
Bushwick
that. We need some
Throw the
at
claps on for
the
that.
Bushwick Puerto Rican Day Parade. First
On
time
Knickerbocker
ever
Ave, the whole
on Knickerbocker
strip.
Ave.
Man.
You know, we gotta represent ourselves, Latinos, Puerto Ricans, especially after everything that's going on.
All the Caribbeans, that's a fact.
All the Caribbeans, it's all about unity. It's all about unity, and unity between the Caribbean and here,
UNITY.
That's a
Come
fact.
see me. Come
But-
see me, Jay Styles perform at the
Jay
House of Yes.
Style, House of Yes is the end of the parade. House of Yes will be where the parade will end, and that is
You
where
already
we
know.
gonna have.
Going
Yes.
nasty.
No,
Never.
they don't know yet.
Nigga.
It's a fantasy in there,
I'm
right?
gonna do what I do. I'm gonna rock the house. You already know what it is.
You know that.
You already know what it is. I'm a whole vibe.
Ay, bendito. I'm going there.
Styles is a whole vibe.
Yes.
I know.
Hey, yo.
Oh, yo. Get him out of there.
After that, I walked out.
What's good? Alright,
Yeah,
let's
man.
do this.
I don't know. I don't know though if it'll be outside or inside house. I think it's outside the house. It's just gonna end there, like the parade.
You
Yeah.
don't want to go in there. Stay
Little,
out of
I heard a lot of
Because
stories.
you won't be seeing yes. You'll be seeing
House of No.
That's why it's called House of
It
Yes.
should be called House of Nib.
Back to the interview though.
Yeah.
Spicy ass chip. My bad.
It's all right.
Choking on the chip.
I didn't know it was that spicy either. I ate that shit. I was like, oh, it's like jalapeno.
Oh, yeah,
Easy
those
chip.
chips.
But I
Little
just
background story on our next guest. Real name Rudolph Peters. My bad for dropping your government.
Nah, I honestly love that name.
Father of three,
That's a
born
fact.
in the Virgin Islands, came to the Bronx when he was 3 years old. Baby.
shout out to the Caribbean.
Fell in love
Fact.
with music, fell in love with hip hop,
That's a fact. That's a
and
fact.
also he's a dancer. You got a little dancing.
Yeah.
My son had some interviews with Missy Elliott, Carlos Santana. He danced for.
Ooh.
That's a fact.
We're gonna hear a whole bunch about that. We're gonna want to hear about his group called U Click. You want to hear how that got started. You hear that? You hear that?
Maria, Maria.
Rhudi grew up with people like T-Rex, Pop Shit, and ASAP Rocky.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
We're gonna talk about that. So
that's definitely.
Let's get into the interview, man. Tell me about yourself, man. Tell me about
man, guys. First off, what he said earlier, Rudolph Peters. A lot of people don't like to hear their government, but you know what? I'm proud of my government. First off, it came from my grandfather. I was born on my grandfather's birthday.
Wow.
Definitely. So
that's very spiritual.
Yes, and if y'all do the meaning of Rudolph, check it out.
Yeah.
The definition of Rudolph is the closest to a perfect man.
Wow.
Also known as a wolf. So, yeah. So I definitely I embrace my name, Peters. I embrace my name. A lot of my family is not in the U.S. They overseas, like Antigua, Virgin Islands, St. Croix. Some of them is probably in DR, probably all type of places. So they definitely all spread it over, but not in the U.S.
You got some Spanish blood in you too?
Well, I know my great grandmother is Portuguese. I know that. I know that for a fact. I have pictures with her and her long hair and her little long pipe and stuff. So yeah, I know that for a fact. Definitely.
Yeah. So listen. Tell them a little about you and how growing up in New York inspired your music.
Oh man, guys. First off, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like I said, I was in the Virgin Islands. When I came out here, I was 3 years old. Shout out to my moms. Hey, definitely. But when I came out here, the only thing I knew was calypso, like and reggae. That's the only thing I knew. So when I came out here, I was like, I ain't know music yet, but when I turned 5, I remember the first song I ever heard was a Slick Rick album, Slick Rick record. And yeah, be real with y'all, man. Nobody could tell a story like that, man. But yeah, Slick Rick was the first person, and then you know my stepfather started playing Rakim, and all these other people came into my circle, and then I realized hip hop is something big. And I came into the era. Not when it started, but when it started to spread. Like, you feel me? Like, hip-hop started in the Bronx, in Cedric Projects. I don't care what anybody say. That's where it started. It started in the back of the projects when you had Kurt, you had Kumar, you had so many people out there that was back there in them projects, called Undercliff now, that used to rhyme. And when I know about these histories, this make me more and more want to do these things. So definitely, when I came out here, music was big.
History repeats itself too.
Definitely it does. It definitely does. Yeah. So when music came around, it influenced me. When I came to the U.S., it influenced me big. It made me start wanting to dance and stuff, and I started drawing.
Who was the first artist? Who was the first artist you heard when you first came out here? Like that caught your ear,
like I said, it was Slick Rick, the first person I heard. But I didn't understand Slick Rick until I got a little older.
How old are you?
I'm 31 now.
31 now?
What? I'm 31, yeah.
I thought you were my age.
I thought you was younger.
Yeah, thank you. You know, black don't crack.
That's a fact.
Black don't crack.
I mean, popcorn, because this is a movie right now.
Yeah, that's a fact. But so like I was saying, man, like, you know, Rakim was like one of the first person I really listened to and heard like what he was saying.
What a
and
message.
knew the meaning, the message behind it. And I was like, yo, this man is dope, yo. Like, he is super dope. Rakim is really a Big Daddy Kane, another person I was listening to.
You know,
like,
Big Daddy Kane never cursed in one of his
yo, that's crazy.
Never.
That is crazy.
People always talk about Will Smith never cursed. Big Daddy Kane never cursed.
Any of his songs.
Yo, that's crazy. I never noticed that. I'm about to go back and listen to some albums, some of his songs.
That's
I never
a
knew
fact.
that. Definitely.
That's a fact. Jay Status is trying to fact check.
Nah, I'm trying. I know all his music, so I'm really trying to think. I think there's a shit here and there, but that's not really a curse.
That's nothing.
That's a bodily function.
Right.
Yeah, but shit is a curse though.
There's definitely some shits in it.
Will Smith says shit. He never cursed in one of his.
Matter of fact, yeah, I got one of those.
You know that.
Alright. So, yeah, you mentioned dancing too, so
yeah.
Tell us your dance history. Tell our viewers what inspired your interest in dancing, give us some past accomplishments and things that you've achieved as being a dancer.
Oh man. Whew. Man, I'm saying this. I'd rather talk about my name than dancing. Oh, but listen. So dancing, it started from I used to go to CS 57. They had a show where, you know, we was going back to the 70s. We was dancing for the 70s, and from there, like, I knew I liked dancing, but I didn't know how serious it became. I don't know the guy name. My moms know the guy name. The guy came to me and asked me if my mom would let me do a Cheerios commercial for dancing. And because my grades wasn't up, I didn't get to go.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, probably like, I could say a couple of years later, I'm in junior high school now. And I was dancing. I forgot who I was dancing for, but I know I was going to LaGuardia for drumming. I was going to LaGuardia for drumming. Right, and I wound up with dancing on the train station. My mom used to let me go over there by myself. And some guy was like, yo, I like the way he danced. And I thought he was some creep. Like, I really thought he was a creep. But then I gave him my mom's house number and he called. And I wound up, no funny shit, I wound up dancing in front of somebody that was big that was about to bring me to Missy Elliott. And make it so crazy, he kept calling me. At the time I was ripping and running the streets. He kept calling me. He believed in my dancing, and he gave me a chance, and I didn't take that chance. I'm glad I didn't take that chance, because I probably would never figure out the things that I have now, the knowledge and wisdom that I have now. I'd probably been some stuck-up little kid that thought I was, everything. So I'm glad I didn't make it, even though I would love to work for Missy Elliott.
No regrets.
For real. But I'm glad that I didn't go that route.
It's good that you see it that way, though, like positively. Definitely. It's a good way to think about it, and I appreciate that. So
definitely.
The real reason why I bring up your dancing is because I've seen you perform, and it contributes a lot. So
yes, it does.
Your energy on stage, you're comfortable with the way you move.
Right.
And the crowd feeds off of that.
When you have people like Chris Brown, Chris Brown, his dancing is not separated from his music. That's just you think about Chris Brown, you think about dancing, you think about music, and it's hand in hand for sure.
You ever heard of a guy named Storyboard P?
Yeah, you know what? You're the second person I heard that from.
Look him up on YouTube, Storyboard P.
I'm definitely doing my research. I'm definitely gonna do my research.
He's from Bushwick too, I think.
Oh really?
Wow, Bedford.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He performed. He been on like Beyonce's music videos.
Is he a rap? Does he sing too?
He's a dancer.
Oh, he's just a dancer.
Hip hop dancer. Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like this dancing thing, as a teenager, I'm gonna be real with you. It was something of a passion. Like I used to be up late night. My mom's sleeping and everything. I know I had to go to school at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm up dancing, like trying to figure out new moves or new ways to do things. And then once I got to high school, it was all over with. Like I was like really in tune with dancing. But fortunately, I lost my pops. So that would kill the vibe for dancing for me. Like he used to be the man to push me a lot. Right. So after he was still alive when I performed for Carlos Santana. Carlos Santana was in Taft High School. This is a fact. He was in Taft High School, and we was all it was a circle, people just vibing out. And I remember seeing Carlos Santana coming in, and he was like, "Hey, I like your performance," and I was like, that was dope as a kid, and that was something that I feel like I accomplished. Besides being on this radio station with this music thing, I think Carlos Santana coming to me and telling me, yo, I think, being acknowledged by somebody, a legend, super duper legend.
Yeah. He's not wrong though, because look, I seen some of the performances, and you put on the show.
Thank you.
The energy's there.
Yeah, it was
along with the music content.
It made me want to
Thank you.
What I want to know is, mentally, how do you prepare yourself for your performances? How do you prepare yourself for your performances? You know what I mean? Like,
oh, man. I'm gonna be real. The way I get myself ready, if I think about everything that I think about everything that I go through, what I'm going through, like far as like, you know, my kids, I got people depending on me. Is this either this music thing, is either it's going to go or it's not. And it's like
do me a favor, man. When you go home, search Storyboard P. You're gonna be inspired.
Definitely, I'm
Trust
gonna do that.
me, because
Definitely.
he comes from the gutter, from the bottom.
And I'm gonna be real with you. I came from the gutter. If you people don't know, like, yeah, I left the Virgin Islands, and that was like paradise coming over here. And I grew up from the block on 112th and St. Nick. Not to cut y'all off, I grew up on the block on 112th and St. Nick, Harlem. That's a fact. And if anybody know about my block, that's a block of Fritz Cats, like definitely. And we definitely, no fear. That's a block where it was nothing but hustlers. Either you wasn't coming outside to play ball. There was no ball players. There wasn't no playing tag. There was none of that. It wasn't no playing salushi. It wasn't no playing hot pizza butter.
You mean at that famous fish spot in Harlem?
Definitely.
You know what I'm talking about? That underground type shit? I know the owner
you know
of
what?
that shit.
It was a spot, that fish spot. I know what you're talking about. But you had to go to CeeLo's, man.
I know you know Willie's Burger.
Of course, man. Manners. What you know about Manners, man? Manners are like the soul food spot.
Oh, Mama's?
Best pizza.
Oh, Mama's too.
Yeah,
best pizza.
Yeah, but what you trying to say is those niggas was making money.
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely making money. It was scary. You only come outside to make licks, man. That was it, man. You wasn't coming outside to chill. You went to the store. You went back upstairs.
That's crazy.
And I'm gonna be real with you. And this is not.
Crazy.
I'm not sitting here to try to build my block.
No. It's
But this is real story. This is people wasn't doing. Oh man, I mean, I could tell you, man. I seen people, mothers go to fiends and, turn back around. I seen fathers that was hustling turn to fiends, man. I'm telling you, my block was the block where it would teach you how to make it or get crushed.
Is there living in that, because I could sort of associate with, I grew up on Halsey Street, hot block Halsey Street.
Okay.
I grew up on the block, and is there a connection between that? And then, so the other side of that is then I go to school, I join a dance team. I went to Georgetown in DC. I danced my bachata, my salsa, my merengue, and there's a stigma sometimes with being a dancer as a male, right? It almost seems like,
it is.
And I ain't gonna front. I joined the dance team because that's where the girls was at.
Oh no, I'm gonna be so real with y'all. I understand you, not to cut you off. I joined dancing because my mom was the type of mother, she did not want us to go outside because she was scared of the
That was your way of going out.
So dancing was really my way to escape my mom's house. Really.
But yo, that's an art. You can express yourself in dancing
Sure.
a lot. Like
Definitely.
I be watching choreography videos on YouTube and shit. I'm like, yo, these people are nice. I wish I could do that.
I still practice here and there, like on my own time. Like I still practice. I'm like, damn, I still got it. But I just know that, sometimes you just gotta expire your date on certain things.
So now, I fuck with the LES.
But the now,
Super.
the you now, is dancing. It's not. Is it still your passion, or you dance because it's become part of your entertainment as a rapper?
No,
Like
what?
Chris Brown.
Right,
Like,
I understand that. No.
Because he said his dancing is a passion.
Right.
Right.
Passion.
No, I'm gonna be real with you. Dancing is now me. I probably won't go hard as a dancer, like bust a sweat, build a whole choreographer or whatever.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to dancing, I do dancing with everything. Cleaning, I'll be in the shower dancing.
Kids must love you.
Yo, my kids, I'm definitely.
Like,
What I mean, my kids, I'm be really. If y'all go to my Facebook, if y'all check out some of my old Facebooks, like I have videos with me and my kids, like we be bumping, like we be jamming, dancing. And like dancing is like something that I can never let go. I don't care how old, and it keeps me young also. So I damn sure, I don't know, dancing when I could never let go. Probably, and it's sad to say it, I'll probably let go of drawing because I used to love drawing, but I'll let go drawing before I let go of dancing or making music. Definitely.
That's a fact.
But it really contributes to your music though.
Definitely big
Knowing
time.
how to dance and
Definitely big time.
performances, yeah.
Definitely big time. Sometimes I be feeling like MC Hammer because I look at everybody else. They be talking about shooting them up and bitches this, bitches that, and I don't be like. If you listen to my music, I don't be on that type of wave. I do, but I don't like I'm trying to send a message out there to certain people that's in these streets. Different message. There's things I went through.
Well, the fans are gonna hear about that in a little bit. We're gonna play some of your music. We're gonna give you a chance to explain your music. But for now, let's get deeper into your music. What motivates you? What sparks your creativity? And what kind of messages do you like to instill in your music?
Oh man. Alright, I'm gonna be real with you.
What sparks your creativity? When you're about to write a fucking song, before that pen hits the paper, what motivates you? What do you use?
It's just, it might sound crazy to y'all,
Nothing sounds
but
crazy.
real nigga shit. This is real nigga shit. I sit and I get on the phone with the mother of my kids, and I sit there and I try to have a conversation with her, and I know sometimes it doesn't go well, but when it doesn't go well, that's when
That's
I
your
use
outlet.
it, and it gives me that energy.
The negative energy.
Yeah, the negative energy is what I use and I put on the paper, because I'm gonna be real with you. If y'all, let's be real about music nowadays. People will grasp to negative energy before they will grasp to positive
Amen.
energy.
Amen to that.
Right? All that energy is a lot of built-in frustration and anger.
Right.
You understand? So
Right.
when I write, that's when I'm most motivated.
Yeah, that's a fact.
When I think about all the shit that I didn't do or I couldn't do or your situations, that's when I'm writing my most. You know what I mean? And I get creative.
Yeah, definitely.
No, that's
Definitely.
fine.
And when I'm upset or it's all depending what mood I'm in that I feel like I have to write a song for, because I'm just not the type of person, like I said, that's gonna talk about trap 'em up and shoot 'em up and all day and everything. I very got to be versatile. So I try to talk about a lot of things, like people in relationships, people that's going through things nowadays, people in politics, people with your mother, things that's going through with your mother and kids. This is why I write. Why I write. It's not to be that dude. I'm not trying to be a Drake. I'm not trying to be a Jay-Z. I'm just trying to be an artist to paint something that I hope that you could see and you would get a message out of it. So, and my message to my message on my music nowadays is to basically to love yourself, love others, and just because you fall doesn't mean that it's gonna be on the ground. You're always gonna be on the ground. You get up, dust yourself off, and keep going. Don't think that life is gonna be perfect, because it's always gonna be, bumps and rolls.
For sure.
I'm
That's
gonna
what
give you
makes
another Fab quote. Real niggas fall off, but never fall. Real niggas fall back, but never fall off.
Never fall off. Exactly.
That's a fact.
I can relate. I'm a music artist.
Listen, I feel like I
A lot
got
of
my own
fabulous
quote.
quotes.
I got my own quote. I got a quote that I use a lot, and I tell my kids this: have a heart, but trust no one.
Yeah, facts. That's very crucial.
Um,
And that means a lot.
Definitely.
I could definitely relate, because I'm a music artist. I like to be versatile. I can make hard shit, but also you gotta know how to stoop down and talk about your feelings and express yourself. The shit I'm going through now, I need to collab with Hugo.
Oh, I definitely got to collab. I collab, definitely.
You really do?
The shit I'm going through now, you gotta use that.
And you need to live through me
Definitely.
too. Nah, I'm saying.
But you know what I find interesting though is even just what you just said is a message in and of itself, right? Because we could take that negative energy we have in ourselves and do something bad with it, right?
Right.
But the fact that you choose to put pen to paper without the expectation of the like we were talking about with Jay Status earlier, without the expectation of the fame and all that, you do it because you like it, and that's your outlet.
Damn,
you know,
yeah,
some people go to the gym, some people eat, some people smoke, some people drink.
Right.
Music is therapeutic.
And
that's a fact.
Expressing yourself is therapeutic.
But the fact, and even the fact that you could recognize that and you see it and you continue to do it, that just shows the power that you have and that knowledge that you have, and the fact that you're willing to push that forward makes me understand, at least as a person, that you understand.
And I thank you. I'm gonna be real with you. I think I've been through enough. Like I heard Styles said earlier that, you know, he went through a rough time. He was sleeping. You know, he was on train stations and everything. And I'm gonna be real with you. I think you won't be that man if you won't go through that.
For sure. No, that's what makes you.
That's what makes you have to go through a hard time, a crucial hard time, to be that man that you know you could be. So what I'm trying to say here is say that I've been through that. I've been through the hard times. I've been through sleeping on benches, waking up to fiends in my face, and I had to, you know, I'm serving them all. You know, I'm in the Central Park. This is real true story. This is what I'm about to say, a true story. I remember one day I was sleeping in Central Park, and a fiend came up to me. He had $500. What? I was dead broke. I didn't have no work at all. I ran in my aunt's house. Shout out to my aunt. Hey. I went to my aunt's house and I took Parmesan cheese.
Oh shit.
And I put it in a
know
bottle.
that. Oh my god.
And I went outside and I sold it. And I'm be real with you.
Sounds crack.
I came up.
500?
500. And he shorted me about $10. But it was still a come up.
It's cheese. You selling cheese,
We just got cheese. But we're so real though. I'm gonna be so real.
Yo,
he came back.
People do that shit.
Yeah, of course, man. I'm telling you, I came from the hood where we didn't care. Niggas' mothers was
People
smoking.
be selling soap sometimes. I've heard stories like that too. People selling soap.
They used to
Niggas
fucking.
used to sell fucking sheetrock.
Facts off your wall. Cause you punched a hole in your wall. You punched a hole in your wall. You taking rocks off your wall now. Yeah, I know. I remember.
Lower East Side,
Niggas
they used
is
to put
archaeologists.
bricks inside the TV boxes.
To make them heavier.
Like, yo, hurry up, I got a 42 inch. Hurry up, the cops in here. Yo, 200, boom. Niggas go home, open the box, and got
There
a
was
brick.
nothing in there.
Oh man, but yeah, man, I can't. I remember, man. These are times I'm talking about, man. I know people that sold soap. I know people.
Yeah, that's,
Man,
that's the number one thing right there.
So no, really, the number one thing I'm gonna be real with you was Tylenol.
Yeah. You cut it up into pieces.
Cut it up to pieces, so little rocks. You put it in a bottle.
Should look like
You
crack.
put you shoot like if I was.
This is drug dealing 101.
Well, this is drug dealing.
Oh
101.
my god.
Man, this is the only thing I know, man. I'm sorry, but these are things that we went through. But yeah, man, I tell you, man, this is what we go through. This is how we do it.
I feel bad for
112 St. Nick.
I feel bad for the fiends. They used to go home and be tight.
No, honest. Oh, wait. Some of them used to come.
Man, you know how many
some of them-
bottles I had to collect?
Yo, I'm gonna be real. Some of them honestly came back asking for more.
I've been
Facts.
That's crazy.
Facts.
Let me get some more Tylenol.
I can imagine your reaction.
Let me get some
I'm
ibuprofen.
ready to run back to my house. My aunt didn't want that running in and out thing, so I had to stay outside. But yeah,
Send her the Parmesan cheese on them at all times.
that's a fact.
How did that lifestyle impact your music and your dancing in the sense? Like how did experiencing that, living that, how did that push you to do what you do now?
Because my mother
Taught you otherwise.
yes, my mom gave me a foundation already before I touched the streets. So I had the knowledge of respect. I had the knowledge of, respect my elders, move with some type of integrity of moving as a person. So when I touched the streets, I was still a kid. So I was like forced to be an adult. And I just felt like knowing the bad on the streets made me appreciate the music and the dancing now. Definitely.
What do you believe made your mother teach you those things? What do you think made your mother teach you those?
Well, I would like to say me and my mom was very close. Like
No, I can see
it wasn't always like that. Like me and my mom used to.
No, for sure.
But overall, me and my mom's definitely been close. I'm like her number one twin. Like she'll tell you. I got two other siblings.
You got a twin?
No, I have other siblings.
Okay.
I have a brother, two other brothers. On my father's side, that man got like damn near
26 kids, right?
Yes. That's 26.
That's crazy.
So you're a solo artist or you a group?
Nah, he's with the you.
I'm with the you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Click.
Where's everybody
That's
else?
toxic.
Well, this and it gets to the story of that. Like I was saying, like my mom's like she gave me that foundation of being a man first. Even though I didn't, she brought the horse to the water and I didn't want to drink the water yet. It took the streets helped me to learn that nigga, you need this water.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? I need this water. So me drinking the water, I drank the water. I started gaining wisdom and I started realizing. Now, as far as what he was saying with the crew that I'm walking with, yes. Shout out to the clique, man. Shout out to the you. Click.
Talk about Dash. Dash is
Oh yeah, man. Oh, let me tell you something. Like I know I spoke about my father. I know I spoke about my my aunt, my mom's, but I'm gonna be real serious with you. Dash Money. That is the guy that taught me everything about the streets.
He was on the stage with him that day.
Right.
We went to the performance. Dash
Right.
Money.
Dash Money.
The taller one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Laying down on the floor.
Nah, he was on the
I
floor.
was laying on the floor. Yeah.
My son was on the floor.
I like to perform. I love to perform. But
That was a good performance too.
thank you.
Yeah. That was that night for you. Yeah.
But my cousin Dash, man, yeah, that's my cousin. He taught me everything that I know, and I want to say thank you to him.
Shout out to Dash.
Shout out to Dash Money. that guy taught me everything far as how to survive in the streets, how to trust people, how to sell, how to, how to dress. Because when I came from the Virgin Islands, I'm gonna tell you right now, my mom used to cut my hair. I used to have messed up hairlines. I used to have slippers. I had socks and slippers. I had a Hawaiian shirt. Yeah, I was straight from the islands,
He's
man.
Dominican.
I know. I used to work for a guy with a guy from the islands.
Definitely. So you should know that, we don't have that color coordination, that style.
It's just different. It's not that you're not, it's just it's not that it's not color coordinated. It's a different color coordination.
I was blind with the colors.
That's a different vibe.
Yeah.
You look like the houses out there.
You can't tell me I wasn't fly with my Hawaiian shirt.
For sure.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
You go back to the islands dressed like that now, they'll be like, what, that boy?
Wagwan, Benjamin. Wagwan. But yeah, cousin my cousin. I knew a lot. I've been taught a lot. As cousin my cousin, I've been taught a lot. He's the one that got me writing music. Let me tell you this one real quick. My cousin, I started as a hype man. I used to sit there and listen to my cousin rhyme and write all night, and I would sit up and be his supportive, and that's a fact. I used to sit up all night with him and listen to him write. And I used to tell him like, yeah, that's fire. He'd be like, nah. And then he would keep writing, and I'd be like, damn, I'm ready to go to sleep. But I stuck with him, and he showed me music was the outlet, and I'm telling you, this man used to go through some things. We got to get him up here. You got to hear his story. His story is even bigger than mine. Now, definitely, we got to get him up here.
Link us up.
Definitely, I'm gonna link y'all to that man.
You talking about Dash?
Yeah, definitely Dash. He had a crazy life, and he made music to be his outlet. I learned that from him, and from there on, I ain't never split from that man. From never. Like, I'm telling you, me and him had our first kid at the same month. That man's probably 2 weeks older than me. Facts, but like we damn near grew up together. So ever since I came to US, it been me and him riding out.
I remember one time we wrote a song and we started doing the song like at 11 o'clock. I didn't leave this nigga's crib till like 5 in the morning, bro.
Facts.
5,
Facts.
That's a true story.
That is true. That is true.
I would have left there at 12.
You have any projects? You have any projects that
anything coming up?
Or dropping?
Oh, man.
Shows? Can we go watch you somewhere? Can we follow you somewhere?
Yeah,
Shout it out.
Follow me. You definitely can follow me on SoundCloud. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook.
By the way, guys, SoundCloud is the fucking wave. If you an A&R agent, you want to find good talent, I'm giving you all my secrets. Let's go on SoundCloud.
It's underrated, bro.
Yeah, definitely is really underrated, and
all the talent's there.
For real. And I'm gonna be real with you.
Jesus Christ, yo, Def Jam, Atlantic, hire me.
You could definitely find me on SoundCloud, Instagram, at It's Me Rhudi. That's ITZMERHUDI. It's Me Rhudi.
Same shit for Facebook?
Same thing for Facebook, same thing for SoundCloud. Anything you want to search me for, you damn sure can find it. It's Me Rhudi.
It's Me Rhudi, Mac make some cheese.
Yes. Yo, bro, that's crazy that you bring that up because I was going to let that go. And, yo, that shit just got me hyped, bro. I'm not letting that shit go. Fuck that. Mac like some fucking cheese, man. I'll violate your mother, man. I'm going to be real with you because Mac like some cheese was one of the expressions that I have made myself. Once again, I found that out from my mother of my kids. She had said it one day, and I was like, "What? Mac like some cheese?" I was like, "What? What type of metaphor? You rhyming now?" And then I was like,
"Let me tell you something. After this show, you better trademark that shit."
Yo,
before they steal, cause either she gonna come or somebody gonna come for it. Look, he about to put a hat out for it. Mac like some cheese.
Listen, just put the it's me Rhudi. Yeah, just put it's me Rhudi edition, man. Because I'm gonna be real.
Hit me up. I got you. I got the trademark connects. I got you.
Definitely, man.
I got a company. You see that right there? It's all legit. Trademark, copyrighted, everything's. No. This is about him right now.
No, I want this man. It's not about me. It's about y'all. Y'all put me up here.
We're gonna shout out our sponsors for today. But
that's a fact.
Thanks for coming, Rhudi. We're about to go to a music break. We're gonna play Rhudi songs.
That's a fact.
Mac like some cheese.
Mac like some fucking cheese. Hold up. Before you cut off real quick, I just want to say this one time.
Go ahead, talk your shit.
Yo, shout out to Dash Money, shout out to the whole U-Click, shout out to Mellow the Dawn, shout out to Show, shout out to the people from No Fear to Killer First. The only thing I really want to say is You don't have to be U-Click to follow my vibe. But I say one thing. Once you have the love for music, you always gonna be U-Click. U-Click is stand for unified. It stands for all as one. It doesn't have to be music. You could be doing makeup, clothes. You could be picking up cans. I don't care what the hell you do. Nigga, as long as you love music, you walk down the street, you listen to music, you got music in your head, you gonna always be U-Click. Shoo! That's a fact.
Right, that's a fact, baby.
Yo, before we close out the show, I just want to give a shout out to Taino Body for sponsoring the show. Taino Body is a company of handmade body care products that specializes in scrub spirits, soul spreads, and soap spirits.
This company was founded by our own co-host, Andy.
Andy.
Hey. My son makes facial scrubs out of homemade
Sugar,
coffee,
avocado butter, mango butters, Mori Soñando. We in there.
Right here. We got MacGyver.
Different wine.
That's a fact.
My son steps on the grapes himself.
That you already know.
My son even got a mango facial.
With salami. With salami and cheese.
My son steps on grapes at the Bushwick Vineyard. The slogan is "Put your foot in it."
Yo, don't be putting out the Bushwick Vineyard.
Trap house nigga need another one. Fucking on the bitch need another one. Got a lot of bitches, she another one. DJ Kelly, my nigga, this another one. I'm a ball till my number come. I'm a ball till I'm number one. D-Bo till I'm number one. Bitch, just wait till the summer come. Trap house nigga need another one. Fucking on the bitch need another one. Got a lot of bitches, she another one. DJ Kelly, my nigga, this another one. I'm a ball till my number come. I'm a ball till I'm number one. D-Bo till I'm number one. Bitch, just wait till the summer come. My nigga, you coming in with the zigzags? Nigga better not bring that shit back. Get some phone to a roll, that shit snap. Six pack, no, already got the hip black. Going off, need a recap. Take something that you need back. Break something like a kneecap. You a fake, I see that. You was drawing up the plays. I don't believe that. Worth more than racks. Call me when you see that. GG pack, get us through the relapse. From a nigga going back. Look how nigga act. Either way, I'm going back. Rainbow strap, gotta stand on my own 2 feet though. Understand we ain't get it from Geet though. Posted on the block, let's fuego. Dealing with Italianos. Touching on the keys like pianos. Peep what, I ain't peep though. That ain't never pussy like Keanos. You ain't among average Negroes. Trap house nigga need another one. Fucking on the bitch need another one. Got a lot of bitches, she another one. DJ Kelly, my nigga, this another one. I'm a ball till my number come. I'm a ball till I'm number one. D-Bo till I'm number one. Bitch, just wait till the summer come.
2 bad bitches need another one. 2 grips, nigga need another one. Powerball wait for my number come. Dash money, Rhudi, this another one. Loud pack, give me green thumb. Connect fucking up and need another one. Burn too fast. Nigga need another one. 0 to 100. Nigga, this blue fuse. I guess Steve and Blue Clues never got the clue. About to build a handyman where I had to use my tools. Dash money and Rhudi, nigga. We the motherfucking latest news.
Trap house nigga need another one. Fucking on the bitch need another one. Got a lot of bitches, she another one. DJ Kelly, my nigga, this another one. I'm a ball till my number come. I'm a ball till I'm number one. D-Bo till I'm number one. Bitch, just wait till the summer come.
I ain't got no time for you, girl. I gotta make more time for me, girl. Cause when I try to give you all of my time, girl, it just seems like you was in your own world.
Try to show you love and you just took it as a pain. I try to give you all of me, you took me as a lame. I try to show you something real, you took it as a game. Now fuck you bitches, time for me to go and do the same.
I ain't got no time for you, girl. I gotta make more time for me, girl. Cause when I try to give you all of my time, girl, it just seems like you was in your own world.
Playing mind games that got me wrapped around your finger. Picasso weeping woman, people looking at me different. Tough sin, it got me in my bag and got me in my feelings. And bitches never been nowhere, the bitches always tripping. Talking about these bitches, always sitting with these niggas. Label me as a villain, playing as a victim. I just swear that I don't get it. I try to fuck with it, she ain't fucking with it. Acting like an old woman that was bitter. Keeping tabs on me like a babysitter. Nigga, if you want her, then they come and get her. I ain't gonna lie, then I'm losing myself. Got a nigga thinking that he losing himself. I ain't got no time for you, girl. I gotta make more time for me, girl. Cause when I try to give you all of my time, girl, it just seems like you was in your own world. Try to show you love and you just took it as a pain. I try to give you all of me, you took me as a lame. I try to show you something real, you took it as a game. Now fuck you bitches, time for me to go and do the same. I ain't got no time for you, girl. I gotta make more time for me, girl. Cause when I try to give you all of my time, girl, it just seems like you was in your own world.
Facts, I've always made time, bad bitch, but all you do is waste time, Buy my money, need to make mine. Big stacks, I gotta chase mine. Trying to get me caught up on FaceTime. Already with a dime, gotta get some FaceTime. Ha, she like to take mine, no need to waste time. That's how we FaceTime. Number one, she can't replace. I always made time. All the shorties know I got a great mind. Never again will she waste time. Stacks is the fucking man, I'm the fucking man.
I ain't got no time for you, girl. I gotta make more time for me, girl. Cause when I try to give you all of my time, girl, it just seems like you was in your own world. Try to show you love and you just took it as a pain. I try to give you all of me, you took me as a lame. I try to show you something real, you took it as a game. Now fuck you bitches, time for me to go and do the same. I ain't got no time for you, girl. I gotta make more time for me, girl. Cause when I try to give you all of my time, girl, it just seems like you was in your own world.